Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Brooklyn Ocho, man. This video is a bit different than what I normally do, but I just wanted to do a video because I recently just did. I just went through the medical and fitness portion of the CBPO. Uh, part of the whole process. I'm trying to be a border protection officer. Pretty much, I just wanted to do a video showing the experience. I've been looking up YouTube videos as well, and I've been seeing a couple of these videos, but they've been like from years ago. I'm sure somebody has recent uploads. I'm not the only person that's doing it, but the ones that I've been coming across, they've been like from years, of a gap, and I wanted to do something more updated. But like I said, I haven't really gone through any extensive research to see if I could find a more recent video. I just went on YouTube, typed in CBPO, medical and fitness or fitness test, whatever, fitness exam, and whatever popped up first, I clicked on it, whatever it is, what it is. I did look at a few videos here and there, second, third, fourth, but they haven't been really too new. But anyway, back to the main subject. Like I said, I've been doing this video just to give like a more updated version or more updated, status on where I am in that whole process. I've been doing this since February, I think is when I started this process as far as the application, doing that and then waiting, and waiting for their response, setting up, scheduling appointments here and there. But pretty much I literally just did the fitness and medical earlier today, and it's not hard. If people really thinking, looking into this pretty hard as far as like, what do I need to do? Is it passable? Can anybody pass it? Maybe I'm not going. I'm going to say I am prior military. I am Navy veteran. Did 4 years in submarines. So I already had the training at least, or I went through that type of boot camp. So I guess you want to say I have a leg up, but I don't. I went in 2012, so it's over 13 years ago. So I mean, it ain't like I kept in shape the entire time of me being out. But I do go to the gym quite average, on an average basis. And so I mean, if you don't go to the gym, or if you struggling doing basic sit-up, push-ups, you don't run or anything like that, then I can see how you have some issues with this. But the majority of the tests, so this is literally what I did. Push-ups, sit-ups, and they have like a 12-inch step-up test. That's literally it. It's not hard. The requirement is 12 push-ups. You have to do 12 extend. It has to come down. They put like a little brick or something in front of you, a blocker in front of you. You come down, your chest has to hit that. They count that as one. Of course, you got to come all the way up, fully extended. But as long as you hit that, as long as your chest hit that brick, they count that as one. So you got to do 12 of those. To me, 12 is elementary, like it's basic. I don't struggling doing 12 push-ups. If you struggle doing 12 push-ups, I highly recommend going to the gym, or highly recommend practicing doing at least 15 push-ups, 14 push-ups, whatever. But if you're struggling doing 12 push-ups, then we have a lot more to talk about. The other part is sit-ups. So the sit-ups could be hard for people that's not really good at sit-ups. I actually had a crazy weird coincidence this whole week, including last week. My back been killing me, man. Like, I don't know what I don't know if I lifted too much at the gym or something, but my back has been hurting. And when I tell you, I got down the day before, I got down to do a sit-up, I couldn't do one. Like, my back was killing me, son. Sorry, not the day before, 2 days before, I got down to do a sit-up and I could not do one. My back was like, it was my lower back, like right at the point of you sitting down and trying to come up. That's when my back was hurting. And I couldn't do one sit-up, and I was like, yo, I might as well just not go or cancel or fail, because I'm gonna fail it. I thought about rescheduling, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to push through the pain, man. So what I literally did, I came home. I've been talking to a couple people. A couple of my friends was like, yo, man, just do an Epsom salt bath, get a heating pad, go take ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever like that. I took Tylenol, didn't work. I came home, took an Epsom salt bath, um, did some stretches, uh, some really good stretches, and it worked. Like it really worked because I got down the day before I got down, and I did like I just wanted to do a push up, man, because I couldn't do it, but I did. But after I got down, I did like 20. So I was like, I mean, I'm good at that point. But honestly, if you feel like you can't do 20, then yeah, we gotta look into that, dog, because 20 sit-ups is not that hard to me. But if you're having trouble in doing it, then yeah, that's gonna be an issue on the exam. The medical portion, I mean, I feel like if you feel like you're in good health, if your eyesight is good, if you wear glasses, contacts, I don't, so I don't know if they're gonna tell you to take it off, or they may give you a little bit of a different grading compared to someone that doesn't use glasses or doesn't use contacts. Could be a different story, but they do test your eyesight. It's when you go to a regular eye exam, they have you close one eye, close the other eye, or use both eyes, looking at a board of letters, and you got to read them off. I ain't gonna lie, the distance was kind of far, so I was like, God, nah. Like he asked me, yo, can you read this? And it was like, I think they have like 10 stages, and he started me off at 8, and I was like, bro, I can't read 8, bro. And he was like, all right, do 7. And I did 7, but I got a couple letters wrong. So I mean, it is quite a good distance, but I feel like if you got pretty good eyesight, you should be straight on that. What else they do? They test you for like hernias, shit like that. You're not getting naked. I know, like in military shit like that, you have to get butt ass. But this one, you ain't really getting naked. They just test you. Blood pressure. They check your knees, if it's got good motion, your ankles got good motion, your knees got good motion, your arms and everything like that. Strength wise, they do like a little strength test. You gotta pull your doctor here and there. It's just simple shit. Basic motor skills. If your hands work, your feet work, you good on that one. Only thing, they do a hearing test, a depth perception test. That might be that and a colorblind test. So those two right there, maybe even a third for the hearing test. But the depth perception and the colorblind test, those two do fail a lot of people. I remember when I was going through the military, the Navy training, a lot of people failed off of the depth perception test. And what that really is for you to see how close something is. They give you like, different sections you got to look at, and it's always going to be one circle that looks a little bit closer than the others, or a little bit odd compared to the other ones. And that's where the depth perception is. Which one looks a little bit closer, which one looks a little odd. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard if you're not really, I guess, you can't really train or practice for that. It's just based off of your eyesight and what your brain, measures that distance, I guess. But if you're not necessarily good in that field, then you can fail off of that. Colorblind test, they give you like a couple sheets of paper that has certain colors on it, and you have to trace it and let the doctor know what colors you see or what shapes you see on the page. That's not an issue for me. But if someone is colorblind and they can't see certain colors, or that can also fail you as well. But as far as the fitness test, the step test, the 5-minute step test, that might be a killer. I do hear. I've been on Reddit. I've been seeing these posts. A lot of people say they failed off the 5-minute the step test, and what that literally is. They have a 12-inch block in front of you. So if you have a gym membership, if you go to the gym, if you have a ruler or anything in your house that you can gauge a 12-inch step, I highly recommend doing that. Get an Amazon box, whatever that's 12 inches. Put that in front of you, and you can be like, all right, now I know I have to step this high. Or if you want, go to a gym store and buy you a 12-inch step from Amazon. Matter of fact, get an Amazon, a 12-inch stepper. Step on that. But you got to do that to a beat for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the hardest part of it, to me at least. it's still not hard. It's still, once I got to like 3 minutes, I was like, all right, I mean, this is kind of long, and I was like, all right, still had to catch my breath a little bit, but you got to do it. I think it's 120 beats per second, so it's kind of fast. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So something is, you got to do it kind of quickly. And if you do slack, as far as like because they have like a little ticker, a little beater, pulse, a little thing that it makes a sound that lets you know when to go up and down. So if you're off on that, as far as you're going slower than what that pace is, they probably will stop the time, and be like, either, or to tell you to step up, get up, catch up, get up to speed. But if they stop that clock on any of the portions, the sit-ups, the push-ups, or the step up, you will fail. And if you fail, it's not the end of the world. If you fail, you just got to reschedule, come back the next time. But if you fail again, yeah, it's over. I'm sorry to tell you it's over. But that's probably the hardest part. So you got to step up to that beat for 5 minutes straight. I can see where a lot of people will be like, it's kind of rough, but I feel like if you go to the gym and you hit the treadmill or the step machine or anything like that, it shouldn't be that hard. But like I said, after like 3.5 minutes, I was kind of being like, all right, it started to burn a little bit in my calves and my legs, and I was like, all right, it's getting up there, my man. Hurry this up. But maybe if you take your mind off it, I don't know if you could wear headphones. I wish I could. I'll put on the podcast or some songs and get through that 5 minutes easy. But I didn't bring anything in there with me besides my phone or anything like that. But yeah, it's not hard, man. So if anybody has any questions or comments or anything they want to say, go ahead and put that in the video in the comments below. But it's really not hard, man. You might be overthinking it. If you are overthinking it, you got it. It's light. It's nothing. It's really nothing to it, man. It's really nothing to it. I feel like if anybody's in average, isn't good to average to good shape. If you in better shape, the best shape, come on, it's light. But if you're in average to good shape, I still feel like you should be able to do this. Like I said, I'll put the requirements on the screen. You can go above and beyond, the requirement. You can go above 12 push-ups. You can go above 20 sit-ups. I did about 24 push-ups, but I just stopped. Like I still had time on the clock, and I was like, there's really no point in going over. I think the highest you can go is, or the highest, they have like a grading from like fail to gold or something like that, platinum. I think it's like 40 push-ups, like 40 sit-ups, something like that, 45. So I mean, if you want to go that high, you can. What does it do for you? Nothing. It's just a better grade, but they're not gonna be like, oh, you did fantastic, let's make you a fucking corporal or something like that. They ain't gonna make you like higher rank because you went or above it. But I did do about 24 push-ups, 25 push-ups, and I did like 30 sit-ups. But I could easily did more. Even the instructor was like, you want to do more? I was like, not really. I just want to stop. She was like, all right, cool. Like it's fine with me. Like you ain't gonna get nothing extra if you do more. So I was like, hey, I know. I can do more. There's no point in going and doing more. At least for that fitness test part 1. Now when you go to boot camp and anything like that, and you want to do more, that may be a different story. They may give you certain benefits. I don't know. At least I know when I did in the military for the Navy boot camp training. If you did more, you definitely got some more perks, or you're able to try out for different things. So I know I was able to try out for the Navy SEALs, which I really wanted to be a SEAL. I wanted to be a SEAL bad. That was like my whole purpose of joining the Navy. But I can't swim, because they wanted you to swim like, I think 2 miles or 2.5 miles with gear on, and I was like, I can't. Come on, bro. I can't even swim a mile. Like I can't with no gear, with butt ass naked. I can't do that. So I mean, I still passed it. I still passed, the requirements to be in the Navy test. But as far as the Navy SEALs, I didn't pass that. But everything else I passed. I passed the sit-ups, the pull-ups, the push-ups. I did all that. That was light. But the swimming, yeah, I already knew I couldn't do the swimming, so I didn't even try. I was like, I'm not gonna pass that. It was like, bro, you sure? Like, you passed everything else? You might even. I'm like, bro, I know I can't swim that far. Not with no equipment on. I'm gonna fuck around and drown. And y'all gonna have a lawsuit in your hand because I'm suing you. But other than that, that's really all I gotta say about this CBPO test, man. It's light work, man. Don't be scared. Don't go in there and be like, I don't know if I can do this. If you want, you do it the day before. Make sure you can knock it out. That's what I did. My back was good. That absence so bad worked. My joint good right now. I could do like 64 pull-ups, 64 sit-ups right now. My back is golden right now, yo. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, that's it, man. I just wanted to do a quick video. It's like 15 minutes. I mean, it's kind of long, but it ain't really much to that exam. So I'm assuming I passed the fitness, because I did everything great. The medical I'm still waiting on, so I just gotta wait till they get the results. But I feel like I should be good on that. The only thing that may hinder me would be the eye test, but I feel like I did great on that. There was another one. Oh, the depth perception test. I feel like I did good on that one, but I feel like a lot of them, because he was like, you can't guess, you could just guess until you feel the right one, which I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but I don't know. I passed it in the Navy, but that was mad years ago. It was like over 10 years ago, so maybe my eyesight has changed for sure. But that's it for me, y'all. So holla at your boy if you got any questions, man. I definitely answer all my comments. So, or at least I try to. I ain't gonna say I answer every single one. I try to answer every single one that I can. Any questions, comments, put it below. All right, holla at me, man. Mocho, man. Thanks for checking it out. Peace.